these rats ran their mouths.
I would never let a white boy beat me. I would never let a white boy beat me.
Used every dirty trick in the book.
According to all 5 judges,
But in the end, karma showed up with a sledgehammer.
Gregorian hitting the champ.
They came in loud, but left the ring quiet, thanks to these humble giants who let their fists do the talking.
And he's almost unconscious. I think,
Let's dive into some of the most satisfying humblings and brutal knockouts you'll ever see. This is Fighting is Art. Let's go. In 2019, Emmanuel Rodriguez and his cocky trainer made the mistake of disrespecting Naoya Inouye's father, a move that practically signed their own doom. The fight was a unification clash, with both the WBA and IBF bantamweight titles on the line. Rodriguez came out strong, landing solid punches and showing early that he wasn't just there to survive.
Kind of getting things done quickly.
Just pretty interesting.
88% knockout rate. Inuway early on. Rodriguez took it, gritted on his gum shield and came back with a
But Inuway didn't flinch. His calm was just the silence before a storm.
flurry of his own. Toe-to-toe Attilla. Oh, that... It's been a good start. Participated in the build-up to the fight. Even got it on the judges' cards.
And Rodriguez's punches have come from Inuway.
In round 2, the Japanese exploded with a thunderous left hook that landed with pinpoint precision, dropping Rodriguez as if a trapdoor had opened beneath his feet and his legs giving out before he even hit the canvas.
Fine fighting background. He's worked exceptionally for this fight. And he's a fearsome flurry. And he's down. He's got him on the left for the first time.
It's the first knockdown, Carl. That was a great shot from that. Oh, what a shot. And that big...
The Scottish crowd erupted as Rodriguez somehow beat the count, but Inuway wasn't done. The moment Rodriguez stood up, Inuway attacked again, flooring him a second time.
Rodriguez, here comes Inuway. Oh, he's got it to the bottom.
Rodriguez rose once more, and that was his final mistake as Inuway came in for the finish, unleashing a third knockdown, so vicious it looked like a live execution.
This is unbelievable for Inuway. Charges, rocks to the core. Another count. It's over.
At the Cage Rage tournament, Attilla faced Richard Bokeet in what was expected to be a clean and competitive bout. But before a single punch was thrown, Attilla set the tone, and not in a good way. As Bokeet stepped forward to touch gloves in a traditional show of respect, Attilla responded with a cheap shot, stunning both his opponent and the referee. The ref paused the action and gave Attilla a warning, reminding him that the glove touch is a symbol of sportsmanship and not an opportunity to land a dirty hit or gnaw on your opponent's fingers. But it was clear Attilla wasn't there to win cleanly. Earning himself the nickname Rat-Tilla, he continued with foul play, soon delivering multiple illegal knees to Blake's head while in the clinch. The referee rushed in to separate them, but Attilla refused to let go, holding on like he was in a street brawl. Realizing that words and warnings were useless, the referee physically intervened, dragging Attilla off and even locking him in a chokehold to stop the madness. It was a surreal scene, with the official having to subdue the fighter like a rogue animal, and in the end, Rat-Tilla was disqualified and sent packing. At a glory tournament in 2018, Harut Gregorian was dominating Gronhard with powerful strikes.
Gronhard, a minus 215 favorite in this fight against last 41 in Holland,
But just when the match seemed like a done deal, Gronhard shockingly attacked Gregorian from behind, catching him off guard while his back was turned.
who won round 1, according to all 5 judges. Oh my!
The crowd gasped as Gronhard, acting like he'd won something, raised his arms. But instant karma wasn't far behind. Gregorian's teammates erupted with rage, storming the ring like a pack of wolves and unleashing a beatdown of their own, furious over the blatant cheap shot their fighter had just endured. The scandal was so loud that the promotion was forced to schedule a rematch. In the rematch, Gregorian wasn't playing games and fully aware of his opponent's previous sneakiness. He entered the ring like a man on a mission.
Got to angle out, pivot out, don't stay center.
From the first exchange, he kept checking his back, knowing Gronhard had the instincts of a rat. But this time, Gregorian brought the trap as he unleashed a storm of strikes, knocking Gronhard down with brutal precision.
New champ in the making! Harut Gregorian hitting the champ!
As Gronhard staggered, Gregorian rained down punishment until the referee had to step in to save the so-called victor from last time. At a bare-knuckle tournament in Russia, Zelimkhan Dukayv faced Evgeny Kurdanov in what was expected to be a hard-hitting contest. Instead, it was a one-sided hunt of a rat. Once the fight began, Kurdanov took control, landing sharp shots while Dukayv swung wildly in the air. Frustrated, outclassed, and clearly falling behind, Dukayv snapped, abandoning all strategy and resorting to dirty tactics in a desperate attempt to turn the tide. Despite being under boxing rules, he tried to take Kurdanov down and even struck him while he was on the ground. A blatant foul. Kurdanov, now visibly angry, responded with a crushing punch that nearly sent the rat packing, but Dukayv wasn't done. The rat struck again with an illegal shot to the back of the head, pushing the limits of what the referee would allow. Fed up with the nonsense, Kurdanov delivered a brutal reality check, dropping Dukayv with a clean and punishing blow and making sure the rat got what he came for. At the end of the last century, the legend himself, Butterbean Eric Esch, stepped into the ring with a chiseled opponent named Jackie Beard. It wasn't unusual for Butterbean to square off against ripped fighters, but this time, he wasn't ready for what Beard had in store. From the opening bell, Beard was tagging the massive target with ease. Emboldened by his early success, Jackie turned arrogant, mocking Butterbean's size and swinging with cocky flair every time Esch missed.
What you saw right there in microcosm. Point out they're using 60, so there's just a little taste of what you're going to be able to see.
The taunts kept coming, round after round, as if Beard had already written the ending in his head, mocking Butterbean with every missed punch like the fight was just a formality.
Full round fighters. This is the second round, 3 1-minute rounds, remember. And Bean says, come on.
Between rounds, Butterbean's coach handed him an unexpected boost, a shot of chocolate syrup, the mythical fuel of legends, and Beard's joke was over. Fired up and sugar-charged, Butterbean stepped in and mistook Beard for an actual beer and went to empty the can.
Go 3 or 4 rounds with McNeely and still managed to get him out of there. Bean known to might deflect it. But I think if you get nailed with a 16...
He charged forward like an angry gorilla and delivered a massive right hand that launched Beard straight to the Shadow Realm.
Butterbean.
It was a move Butterbean had clearly practiced. After all, he's no stranger to grabbing beers from the top shelf, and in one swing, he wiped the smirk off Beard's cocky face.
And it's a clean right hand right on the chin.
Bernard Hopkins, a boxing legend with one of the most decorated careers in the sport, made headlines not just for his skills, but also for his sharp tongue. And in a now infamous comment, he declared, "I would never let a white boy beat me."
I would never let a white boy beat me.
Known for his cocky interviews and in-ring bravado, Hopkins hadn't yet paid a price for his words until 2016, when, at age 51, he sought one final bout before retirement. He wanted to go out with a win, but fate had other plans. Standing across the ring was Joe Smith Jr., a blue-collar, hard-hitting fighter with something to prove, not just for himself, but perhaps symbolically for everyone Hopkins had disrespected. From the opening bell, Smith took control, pounding Hopkins with body shots and heavy rights. The older legend was no longer the executioner, but the target.
Good body shots again by Joe Cole anymore, and there was no... You live in upstate New York. Right, he's pretty far out. It's the headbutts, as we've seen sometimes.
In round 8, the moment came. Hopkins got backed into the ropes, and Smith unleashed a savage combination, capped off by a right hand that sent Hopkins flying through the ropes and crashing to the arena floor.
Smith Jr. That should play into Hopkins' hands.
That's going to play into Hopkins' hands.
Unable to continue due to the injuries sustained from the fall, he was ruled out, and the bout was declared a technical knockout, an abrupt and humbling end to his storied career.
Possible opponent.
Big right hand. He's out. Out the ring.
And just like that, one of the greatest careers in boxing ended, not with a glove raised in triumph, but with a fall that many saw as poetic justice. Showboating is part of the game, but when it goes too far, the fight game always finds a way to humble you. Whitaker, known for his slick moves and viral dance routines, has built a reputation not just for his skill, but for his flair.
False confidence that Belushi may have. This is difficult for Belushi. He's got to try and ignore all of that and just stick to the task.
He's got the footwork, the flash, and the power to back it up, but against Liam Cameron, the act wore thin.
Is just not getting Tyson, but he had a good 3-4 seconds there.
From the opening rounds, Whitaker tried to clown his way into Cameron's head.
Chop downstairs. Yes.
Then Whitaker in the clinches. Cameron
Only 9%.
He's really putting it into place.
But Cameron didn't flinch. He walked through the taunts and started dropping bombs that rattled Whitaker.
100-mile ultra marathon.
Never took spoken about the power.
Full cocky move.
He gets a throw and a
Before long, Whitaker was bloodied, bruised, and wobbling, his showboating replaced by survival mode. Then came the ultimate humiliation when Whitaker stumbled out of the ring and refused to continue, citing injury.
Anymore. This is a different sport altogether.
Cameron's talking trash in the ear of Ben Whitaker when Weak Cameron said, "I'm not much of a talker."
The fight was ruled a draw, but in spirit, it was a clear win for Liam Cameron. This fight is the best showcase that a quiet kid with a fist of hell is all that is needed to shut up a bully. An established fighter, Ashawa bullied all his opponents. Then stepped up the teenage Japanese Yammen. No gloves touched, signaled an impending train wreck. At the start, Ashawa tried a surprise attack but entered a trap and was sent to the canvas with a big right. Yammen wanted to end the cocky fighter, attempting to take his head off with every shot. A kick floored him. Yammen brutalized him, dropping him one more time. And getting back up without support would be impossible. For a long time in the world of Muay Thai, this legendary Thai fighter was a bully to everyone who stepped in the ring with him. Walong Saenchai is a real-life sensei of Muay Thai who uses flashy moves to confuse his opponent, but he soon met the perfect retribution. In 2016, step intention Nasukawa. The young Japanese is also a master of the spectacular, destroying opponents with flying knees, cartwheel kicks, and a plethora of spinning attacks. Though he still had a boyish look about him, his opponent was not prepared for the matured assault. Immediately the bell rang. His opponent blasted a low kick, his best chance of the fight.
The air is tense, they touch gloves. Barely.
But the strongest high schooler soon entered the matrix.
Bear in mind, the tension sees absolutely everything. This boy is in the matrix, believe it.
Perhaps looking to quickly go back to finishing his homework, the high schooler upped the level of aggression.
Eating blow after blow here. Combination upon combination, tension Nasukawa teeing off on one shot.
Within 2 minutes, the anime kid pulled out his first Yu-Gi-Oh card, a flying knee out of the movies.
Lands seemingly anything he wants, looking for a high knee there.
His opponent saw that coming and landed his own creative kick.
One shot on, clocks it.
But what came seconds later shocked everyone. A highly precise, brutal spinning kick right on the jaw put Walong to sleep as he came in to land a right. Fresh off a KO win over Alessio D'Angelo, PK Saenchai faced WPMF and ISKA champion Charles Francois. The imposing giant Francois is a fight veteran with over 50 fights to his name. But when compared to the 300-plus fights Saenchai has to his name, it is like comparing an ant to a dragonfly. Saenchai went hard on his tough opponent, and at the end of the fight, opponents started fearing him more. Saenchai was already making Francois delirious with his flashy attacks. He made his opponent mop the mat. And the little man utilized the invisibility cloak.
ครับแสนชัยโอ้โหนี่ครับลอง
and he entertained the fans before annihilating his rival.
ชัยโอ้ยพับในครับตัวเล็กมาเตะตัวใหญ่แล้วการประกวดชักโอ้โห
Like Ongbak, a rapid left sent the giant crumbling.
โอ้โหลูกนี้โอ้ยพัดซ้ายครับ
When he got up, Saenchai again punched the giant so hard, doubling the left-handed knockdowns.
โอ้สลับขาทีหน้าครับแสนชัยครับทีมซ้ายลำตัวแล้วขึ้นบนครับซ้ายตรงครับ
Playing possum against the ropes, another vicious straight left showed that small man is not to be messed with despite being outsized.
โอ้โหที่ซ้ายโอ้ยลูกนี้นี่ครับเรียบร้อยเลยครับ
Francois at this point would mistake the canvas for his bed. With a broken face, Saenchai had crushed another Titan's spirit.
อยู่กับเราครับ50,000 คนจิ้มซ้ายโอ้โห
Bad boy. Bhari was a cocky monster in his heyday, and while he had the last laugh more often than not, there were also times when he paid the price for his bad temper. In a fiery backstage brawl with Peter Graham, the Moroccan let his fists fly recklessly in a backstage brawl that set the tone for a night that would go down in kickboxing chaos. Inside the ring, it wasn't just a fight, but a war between two bulls, colliding head-on with raw fury and no intention of taking a single step back.
Боец. Очень правильно. Мускулатный Бадр Хари. Бадр на...
In round two, Hari's leather started writing punishment across Graham's face. Punch after punch, he began to look like a man walking into a storm.
Разворота бьет края. Буквально может срезать твоего соперника Хари. Силушку.
But just when the bad boy thought he was breaking the Aussie, Peter Graham unleashed rolling thunder and shook the very ground beneath him. In round three, lightning struck twice as a brutal spinning hook kick erased Badr Hari's smile and maybe his ego from existence.
И попадает! Попадает Питер! Понятно, он...
So, these were all the times dirty rats were put in their place by humble warriors. Which of these humiliations hit the hardest? Was it Whitaker dancing his way into disaster, or someone else's fall from grace that had you cheering? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, smash that subscribe button, hit the bell so you don't miss the next knockout, and thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one.